Aloha huku ohana, assalamu alaikum, 𝓬𝓫𝓻𝓪𝓷𝓬𝓮. Thank you guys so much for joining me here for your reading. Yeah, so one consistent message that has been coming through since Gendra is Osiris energy and how he was dismembered in order to be able to remember himself. But what he was dismembered from was the non-physical aspect, right? Was the divine feminine aspect, which was his etheric origins, and there was an illusion of separation between him and it. And the message that came through is that he was dismembered just so that he could remember himself, right? So the dismemberance from the etheric origins was essential in order to be able to experience the remembering. And when we talk about the remembering, we're talking about remembering all of the dismembered or fractalized aspects of our etheric origins, which is innately encoded within you and inside of your physical vessel. Always stored this truth, because we have cell, and at the center of the cell you have the nucleus, right? So the nucleus, okay, excuse me, what the heck, hello. Inside of the center of the cell you have the nucleus, right? And the nucleus stores the DNA, which is the memory, okay, which I'm hearing is the memory of your etheric origins. And when I put this right by side with parallel universes, I'm basically seeing it as different, I'm seeing like Christmas lights almost on a invisible blueprint of, you know, interconnected energy. And what I'm seeing is things light up for you during this time, okay? When we look at this energy, it's almost like you see the center of the cell. I'm seeing the center of the cell with like the version of yourself in these parallel universes, right? Leading a life as a reptilian, leading a life as a Pleiadian, leading a life as a Sirian, as an Arcturian, you know, whatever this may be. And I'm seeing you recovering a lot of these parallel memories, and I'm seeing even like parallel truths, and truth is just light and consciousness, so it's like you're becoming conscious of all of these pivotal versions of yourself, and you're merging them to be able to create the ultimate. And I'm hearing now they're beginning to experience life on earth through you, as you're in a conscious co-creation with all densities of yourself when navigating this realm as a multidimensional being. And I'm seeing you really come into your multidimensionality. And the reason this is even happening, I'm hearing, because it was deeply suppressed. The reason this is happening, and I'm seeing it as I'm hearing like a catalyst for you right now. It's almost like a catalyst. It's because you're clearing up a lot of ancestral lower dense matter that has been suppressing or almost weighing down this truth. It's almost been a huge suppression of this truth. And you have Ancestral Realm, right, that came out, so we'll go ahead and read some of it. It talks about boundaries and healing their lineage. So you're making a mark in the historical timeline. I'm hearing that's allowing you to uncover a lot of gifts that have innately been encoded within you. But I'm seeing you also pull this forth from your starseed lineages, from these other parallel universes. And I'm seeing the work that you've been doing on Earth and in the physical is also bleeding into this realm. It's bleeding into this realm. I'm going to show you guys the view as well, by the way. Let's see. Any other keywords? So what has been is not all that will be. You're forging a new path. Okay, that's the energy that I'm seeing. And as you forge this new path, and I'm seeing it starts within the center of you, within the nucleus, okay? I'm seeing like one light up, right? This is like you. And then that leads to a branching universe of unlocking new memories. Okay, what the heck, and different soul fragments of yourself. But anyway, I'm seeing like pivotal versions or other archetypal distinct you know, manifestations of yourself that had come to form through the natural laws of that physical, you know, environment, or that physical vibrational dense, I want to say, realm. And you're not seeing yourself any longer as being separate from these other, I'm hearing versions of self, but I was hearing divisions. So it's like you're creating unity. Again, this is like, you know what this is? This is an individual awareness that's leading to universal awareness. This is what this is. This is definitely what this is. With scent of the cell within you, you hold 30 trillion cells, right? This is what this talks about. So within you, you are a multiversal, universal organism, and this is individual awareness of yourself first and foremost, your own shadows and light, which is also recovering gifts that have been suppressed from other parallels. That's bringing you into a universal awareness, okay, of all fractals of yourself. And I'm seeing you remember, right, all these different members of yourself, which is to become whole, which is to become healed, which is to really integrate and be seated. I'm hearing with this ancient, powerful energy that has existed within you since the beginning of time. I'm hearing it even before this time, but you're stepping into a phase where a new time begins, where consciousness travels to a new event. And I'm hearing there's a new event that's taking place, not just around you, but within you. And I'm hearing the events that are now, I'm hearing conspiring in your favor around you are a result of the work that has happened within you as well. That's also another energy that's coming through. Anyway, you also have another message that came out, and this is also corresponding with that ancestral realm, and we have Chamber of the Violet Light. Okay, so I'll go ahead and read this one for you. Chamber of the Violet Light basically talks about knowing that you're going through a huge time of transformation, and it talks about alchemy, right? It can feel overwhelming, but the divine is leading the way, and I'm also hearing the divinity within you, okay? These other fractals of self that you're coming into this conscious co-creation with. And I'm hearing that fractalization can actually be very traumatic to experience the illusion of separation from, you know, parts of yourself where you had previously, I'm hearing, like, experiencing this very localized vessel, right? Your alpha third dimensional vessel. And it's like you're coming into this remembrance of, oh, there. I'm hearing it's almost like, I'm seeing trauma as in like a long lost twin. I'm hearing optical double as well. So this is something that optical double talks about. Oh my gosh, there's a little bird. It's like you're taking flight in a new direction. Yeah. Anyway, that kind of took me down a different trajectory right now. Anyway, with Magician, there's certain things you're alchemizing. You also have the Pleiadian energy as well that came through, which talks about any dense, you know, feelings that you've been going through, energy, anything that's been stagnant is clearing up. And I'm hearing there's new contracts being revealed to you as well during this time. And then you also had, what else? Yeah, it's not always going to be this way as well, because you have expansion and stratopause. Stratopause basically talks about being in a temporary transition phase, almost like a bus stop where there's a new opportunity that you're going to, I'm hearing like a new momentum or a new wave or a new frequency that you're going to be, I'm hearing stepping into and embodying. And as a result of that, I'm hearing it's leading you to a new, literally into a new trajectory, okay? I'm hearing universally, it's leading all versions of yourself into a new trajectory. I'm seeing all timelines and all parallels bleed into one. But these are other quantum non-local connections of you. But on a quantum level, I'm seeing in your etheric body, they're all working side by side, and you're developing your vision during this time as well. I'm seeing your multi-sensory perception system where you're tuning into what's going on in other dimensions, which are just other frequencies in these other densities and other realms of yourself, and you're tuning into these higher bandwidths of frequency light, especially with the chamber of violet flame, okay? So expansion actually talks about you're heading towards the trajectory of a major expansion in your life. This is where you can expect massive growth. Expression is here as well, so this is about you stepping into your highest possible expression. I'm hearing where you're no longer held back or weighed down by fear in some.
yeah, this is where you're no longer being held back by fear. And yeah, sorry about that, my camera is overheating because of course it's very hot here. I will show you when it cools down the view of the Nile. However, the energy that I was receiving was you're no longer being held back by fear. What we have right now is a couple energies. One of them is the Sun and the Page of Wands. So the Sun is about you stepping into, I'm hearing, a luminescent existence where I'm hearing embodying now this aura of influence, okay? I'm hearing it's because you're having a huge influence on your ancestral line as well. And you're no longer, I'm hearing, being held back by the cords that were keeping you earthbound in some way. But you have the Sun, which talks about the soul's purpose, right? And also talks about this new light and coming back to your core essence of being, I'm hearing, a creator in this existence. It's almost like we're coming into more of a playful existence. I'm hearing more of a playful existence where I'm hearing you're beginning to kind of explore and play with these aspects of self, and even the new timelines that are becoming readily available for you as you step into a new time within yourself, which is again consciousness traveling to a new event. And with this new event, you guys are definitely going to be giving main character energy as well. Like, again, definitely a very a very explosive energy, especially with that Sun. It almost seems like something's being repressed and suppressed in regards to a creative spark or something that you want to be able to anchor into this realm that has been in alignment with your soul's intentions. And then also, oh my gosh, we just passed 555, no way. But 555 has been coming up consistently, and I'll tell you guys how. So especially if you see this reading after Dendra uploads. But anyway, my driver is called Osman, right? Osman means literally a snake or a serpent and a dragon, and it usually shows a powerful, intuitive person. So we met on the bridge at 5:55 a.m. I was walking on the bridge. I had the sun on one side, right, that was rising. I also had the moon that was setting on the other. And the moon usually talks about doubts, okay? Doubts. And I'm hearing you've been somewhere in between in regards to the doubts. Because I'm on the east bank of the Nile right now, but it's kind of on an island, so it's kind of in the middle. So there's something about you've bridged the gap between doubts and where you can be bound by belief and limits that you set upon yourself, and also you being a limitless being. So anyway, 555 is usually about getting outside of your comfort zone, so I feel like that's something that you're being summoned to do during this time. I'm even hearing this is like a safe passage that's being provided to you by your galactic brothers and sisters, or again, other kind of like cosmic expressions is almost what I'm seeing it as. But yeah, this is like where you're being summoned and beaconed to come and safely learn more about your full potential in this realm. But yeah, it was super interesting. So this could be doubts coming to a close, coming to an end with that setting. And again, the sun is rising. Oh yeah, and that was another energy. It was almost like the sun is rising, right? You are the sun, and you're rising to the occasion unfailingly every single morning, right? This could be the ways that you're showing up for yourself, all right, as well during this new time. Yeah, super interesting. And anyway, I saw 555 again at some point, and then 555 again, like all day 555, which talks about growth can only happen outside of your comfort zone, and I'm hearing change happens when you change, alright, when you do. So there definitely could be something that you're changing internally that's now changing your external trajectory. Yeah, which is super interesting. I'm hearing prepare to take flight in a new direction. And then this is new energy also that's in motion. So there could be, I'm hearing an electrifying spark of kind of inspiration. And as you act towards these aspirations, you're also going to continue inspiring those around you. And then you also have Lemurian Shaman that came out. And yeah, with expression. So Lemurian Shaman talks about, you know, journeying into other worlds and other realms. So that could definitely be very significant. And then, of course, we had Hathor, right, today, because we went into Dendra. And I'll go ahead and read this message for you, right? Let me show you first, okay? This is the card. Alright, did you see that? Anyway, it says, this is a light immersion. You are experiencing a full system upgrade. The infinite solar light of the Hathors is surrounding you now. This is a time of expansion and excitement. You are filled with unlimited potential. The gifts that were once in the darkness are now being brought to light. The parts of yourself that were once hidden are now being seen. And again, these are the parts of yourself that have been deeply repressed and suppressed. And I'm hearing not just through many lifetimes, but I'm not seeing it as like past, but parallels. And I'm seeing you kind of heal those parallels as you step into this most authentic, you know, version of yourself. That's also another energy that's coming through. And it also talks about life is being restored. If you have been experiencing sluggishness or tiredness, this is now being washed away. Something ancient has awakened within, and you're remembering why you're here. Welcome home into your light. And that's a beautiful message to come out with the Sun card, right? It's like you're coming back into that light, back into your etheric nature, which is, yeah, it's a beautiful energy around you. It's a beautiful energy. And even with the dragons and the snakes, you know, type of vibe, it represents a huge rebirth. And it's where you undergo like a huge journey and a huge adventure. There was also another message that literally just came up, like, I think 2 minutes ago. I'll probably screenshot it. What was that? When I was getting ready for this read. It says a lifetime adventure. So you're about to start, and it says claim your adventure. So there's something that you're claiming, alright? This is definitely, I'm seeing like the Fool card too. So this could be a leap of faith that's required of you during this time. But there's Uranus energy when we talk about the Fool card, which is about utilizing any kind of destabilization that's happening. I'm hearing even when it comes to the belief systems that set a certain, not just foundation, and I'm hearing that foundation was always compromised because it wasn't going to support these aspirations. There's something about on a fundamental level, right? Like the base within you. I'm seeing something being stripped down and remolded right now. And I feel like this is you. It's like you're shaping your mind instead of having your mind shape you. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm also seeing the tower cannot tell what, like the foundation. Oh, the tower cannot tell the foundation how to build itself, because even if it was built, it would never support it. And then I'm seeing this as the external, like the external cannot tell you what you need during this time. For you are the one who is building the external from this internal base that is supporting everything that you do. I'm hearing you are the creation, and everything external is an extension of your creation. And once you begin to become aware and step into that creative energy and power, and I'm also hearing outlet for you, I'm hearing you become unrecognizable. Okay, you become unrecognizable. How interesting. Wow. Let me show you guys the view of the Nile. Yeah, I just wanted to get on here and do a quick message. But yeah, it's a beautiful energy. And then of course you have the Magician, right? Which is about taking a thought and, you know, amplifying that thought with an emotion, which is that energy that's in motion, and that emotion is kinetic energy. So I was actually telling this to my driver today, to the transformative power, where you can see he's literally opening up a portal, right? I'm hearing a portal of discovery in regards to the things that he's discovering external, which are just mirrored reflections of the new discoveries within himself. But that kinetic energy is like being thrown into the quantum field, or this invisible blueprint of energy, and I'm seeing you kind of catch it, right? It's like you're catching a moment, you're catching a glimpse. I'm hearing into you what has already become on a quantum level, alright? What has already came to be, and in a linear fashion, in the third density, you're experiencing, witnessing the becoming of it. So I'm hearing enjoy the unfoldment of this as well. Enjoy the unfoldment, okay? But yeah, And as you take action towards that, know that you're altering your future timelines and the timelines in which become accessible to you in these parallel universes. I'm hearing not just showing up for yourself on Earth, but in this world, but in all worlds. That's the energy that's coming up. As you show up for yourself in this world, you also show up for yourself in all worlds. Wow. That's super beautiful. Alright guys, let's catch up. Let's catch up. I feel like so much has happened. I'm obviously in a different location right now. Let's see. I just want to see if there was any other messages that I have to share. Oh, maybe we should do this in another read. Let's talk about, well, I was working with the pyramids last night and also the night before. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. I'm probably going to do this one in another reading, but let's see if I can find this astral travel message. Oh, okay. Yeah. Alright guys, I'm gonna love and leave you right there. I'm gonna get on for another message right now. We have quite a few actually. And yeah, I will speak to you guys very, very soon. And until next time. Yeah, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing. We'd love to have you around. Personal reads also down below. And if you want to join our Discord, there's also a link down below for that as well. But until next time, guys.